Just took a switch of teams, and then all of a sudden I'm doing like all your games. Smart man, smart man. Yeah, we'll let the people decide. He's a little camera shy now. He's a little camera shy now. What's up, Richie? How we doing? Doing great. I got theirs. I'm just waiting on his. He's filling it out right now. Yeah. Like I said, it's a well-oiled machine, so yeah.
Well, better late than never. We're about to get underway. It's a beautiful Wednesday evening here live from the Park District of Forest Park. It was supposed to rain, but Mother Nature, a big fan of 16-inch softball, talked to Brother Nature. They decided let's get these games in here tonight live from the Park District of Forest Park. Just waiting on getting the BTA lineup up here, but Hexx will be batting first. It's going to be 11 batting for them. Jim, Kurt, Al, Rich, Mike, Rob, Robbie, Eric, Kimmer, Frank, and Jack. Tony making a copy of the lineup right now. We'll be there momentarily. Joel not here tonight. That's Daniel you can see on the screen. You'll hear him bringing me up the score sheet right now. Andrew Doss already checking in. Boo, Jack. We'll make sure to let him know. And here is the BTA lineup. Thank you, Daniel. So we'll be a little out of order on the BTA defense, but it's going to be Brian Blackwell in left, Anthony Brewer in center. Looks like Jameson at catcher, Rob Jr. hitting. Extra hitter, Shavante Samuels at short center, LeVar pitching, Arion at second, Elizy at third, Leonard Harris at first, and Marin Jones, Ron in right. So we are finally set here, ready to go. Jimmy hits this one into left, right at Blackwell. Kudos to, while you're here, Andrew, I guess I'll say something nice too, like a compliment sandwich. Kudos to our grounds crew. It was pouring rain all night. Fields look great. Infields look awesome. Grass is lush and green. So Kurt up here takes a strike. Who else do we have? We have Butter checking in. Lane Neiman, always good to see you checking in. Ron Forster. I know we had a couple names earlier on while I was freaking out about my lineups. Richard Wagner, Peoria Matt, hello. Thank you for checking in. We have an incoming call from one Donald Rollins. Not a fan of the broadcast, apparently, as Kurt lifts that one into left. Blackwell fires it into second. There's a one-out single. Who knows? Maybe he'll just show up. I'll give him a tiny microphone. It'll be fun. So Al Rice up here, one on, one out. Hits that one into right in front of Ron Kurt around second into third. Kicks away from Marin. Kurt around third over the bat, and he's going to score. So an early first run there from Hexx on the bloop single from Al. So Richie, the four-hitter here. Runner on first. Hexx strikes first. That one over to second, past Elzy. Throw goes towards third. It's cut off. So first batter for Hexx has a pinch runner. Richie also gets a runner. LeVar with the pitch. Off the plate to Mike. Thank you for joining us here on this beautiful Wednesday evening. Greco hits that one up the middle. Easy hop over. Cap with the turn. He beats it out at first. So Rice is going to come in to score. Jack cut down at second. Mike on first on the fielder's choice. 2 runs across here for Hexx. Lefty shortstop Rob stepping in. A lot of space down that line right there. Illegal pitch. Hits that one high down the line. Jacob over, under, makes the catch for out number 3. Good job there communicating from Harris and Elzy. So 2 across for Hexx. That's all she wrote. Heading to the bottom of the first. BTA coming up. So bottom 1, Brian Blackwell going to start things off. Then it's going to be Anthony Brewer. This one's crossed out a couple times, but it looks like Jim Day, then Rob Jr., Shavante Samuels, LeVar Brownlow, Arion Gibson, Jacob Elzy, Leonard Harris, and then Marin Jones. So 10 to the plate here for BTA. Mel checking in on Facebook says, let's go BTA. Let's go Mel, our guy Mel. Defensively for Hexx, left to right across the outfield, Kurt, Frank, and Al. Across the infield, Kimmer, Rob, Jack, Eric, and Mike. And then Jimmy on the mound, Richie behind the plate.
Careful there. Straight up.
So all set on the Hexx side. Jimmy moving Eric over. Strike to start things off. That one just over Rob's fingertips. Blackwell starts things off with a single. Peter checking in on Facebook. Beautiful night for some softball. Absolutely clear skies. Full dugouts, can't lose. Something like that. Wednesday night lights. They'll come on. We started this game a little bit late, so they'll be on a little earlier in the second game. Second game, of course, is going to be 45s versus the winner of this one. Double pump and the pitch to Brewer from Jimmy over to right at Rice. Backpedals a couple steps. Blackwell about a third of the way. Doss couldn't see the ball in the sun. Good back up there from the shortstop, so 1 out. Joe Carbs on Twitch says he taught Lil B how to run the bases. He just wishes he could get around him as quick as you, my friend.
Hey, get him out. Give me 1.
So Day here, the catcher, number 3 hitter, 1 on, 1 out. I see Joe Peterson over on Facebook checking in. Always love to see familiar faces popping in on the road to No Glove Nationals. It's coming up, folks. There's a strike.
Right here, Jeff.
That one hit into center right at Frank's feet. Throw goes into second. That's a good piece of hitting there. First and third for BTA.
Hey, give him a step. Hey, you turn this here. Hey, turn this. Let's go.
Yeah, Russ, he's on the other field. I think he was supposed to be over on this side today. That's what Mike said, but said maybe he's a little camera shy. Can't be easy having to listen to me for 2 straight hours. I get it. Samuel Garcia. Ooh, there's a strike from Mike. High pop fly into left center. Frank chasing it back. Good catch there over the shoulders. Blackwell's going to score. Day over to second. So a deep fly out, productive fly out. 2 outs. But they get 1 back. Samuel checking in from South Florida. Tuned in on Monday, came back for more. That's what I like to see, my friend. We got a whole lot more coming up in July. Never stops. So here's Shavante Samuels. Cap hits a pop-up right over to Jimmy. Jimmy with the catch. So BTA gets 1 back, but that's it. Still chasing 1. Heading to the top of the second. Hexx coming up. So Robbie, Eric, and Kimmer going to be starting things off for Hexx here. Then Frank and Jack.
Oh, y'all, let's get a two head.
So Grisano here against Brownlow. Appreciate that, Joe. That one inside here to 41. The one true 4-1 if you believe Twitch. There's a strike. Full count. Grisano hits that one high on the outfield shallow. Almost dropped. Good recovery there. Yeah, that one took a while, JD. So Eric here with 1 out. That one up middle, nice hands there from LeVar, makes the play for out number 2. Nathaniel checking in, thank you for joining us. Go over the list of No Glove Nationals team the next inning after the break. Had the official bracket release yesterday. I don't know why I sound surprised. I did it. So that's available on our Facebook at No Glove Nationals or at PDOFP for the first and second round matchups. As that one lifted into left center, tailing away from Blackwell. That's going to fall. Throw a little off the mark to second, but there's a 2-out single from Kimmer. So Frank up here, Jack Doss on deck. Doss on deck sounds like a good grilling on the patio segment. It's for future reference. Bar checks the runner, pitch. Frank rolls that one over to Samuels. Slight bobble, throws a worm burner over to Harris at first. Had a little bit more time than he thought. Kind of rushed that throw. Frank was able to beat it out, and what should have been out number 3 is now first and third, 2 outs, and Jack with a chance to get that run back. Home run, Jack. Home run, Jack. That one just clips the back of the plate. Flipped over to the right side. Foul just by the scoreboard. So the pump, Frank at first, pitch to Doss. Just missed deep. 2-1 here to Jack. Flips it to the right side. That's going to land just foul. Merrim with a good effort on that one. Doss hits that one back to the pitcher. Nothing doing there with the runner in scoring position. A scoreless inning for BTA, still chasing one, heading to the bottom of the second. So while we have a moment, we'd like to congratulate all the teams for the field of this year's No Glove Nationals tournament. Our buys 1 through 8 is Flashback, 45s, High Y, Moneyline, Signature, Circus, Hexx, and BTA, who are facing off right now. Rest of the field is Chicago Dynasty, Chucks from Iowa, Demons, Dirty 38s, Fat Kids, Goodwood, Hall of Fame Concessions, also from Iowa, Iron, March, Meatball City, Shooters, Pharaohs, Players Inc., Sauce, and Wales. And, of course, our Tuesday night play-in teams vying for that final 24th spot, Impact, Menace, Splash, and 10 Deep. Oh, I did that all in one breath. I'm tired. So there's a strike to LeVar. It's going to be Brownlow, Arion, and Elizy. That one over to left. Kurt down to his knees. Great hands over in left field, makes the catch for the first out. Joe Carb says Meatball gonna make a run. I love that matchup in the first round, Fat Kids versus Meatball City. It's a battle I've fought my whole life. So Jimmy not happy with that illegal call. do have our first round matchups up here, so we can go over those a little bit. Also want to give a shout out to some of our early sponsors as that one lifted into right center. Al calls off Frank and makes the catch. Good range there from the big man for out number 2.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, Chucks versus March is definitely going to be a good matchup. Excited to see kind of the amalgamation of this Chucks team. So 2 down. Jake here looking to get something going for BTA. Down 1 right now. A quick 2 outs to start things off. Strike there from Jimmy. Jimmy, of course, one half of the Uncle Jimmy, Cousin Donnie show, talking 16-inch softball. All things 16-inch softball. Nice sliding play there at second from Eric. Good throw over to first to get him. So 3 up, 3 down. Ending on the stellar play from the Hexx second baseman, sliding to his right and then firing a dart over to first. J-Rob says, see ya in a while, Adam. We've got 45s in our second game facing the winner of this one. Got to see the rare J-Rob start last 45s game. Joe. Jimmy hits that one over high, hot but well timed from LeVar for the first out. So VAR timed that one up perfectly. Kurt here with 1 down. It's that one over the fence towards concessions. Had myself a couple of dogs and some home run and pizza before the game. If you're out here for any of these league games, make sure you head over to concessions. Open while the pool's open. All sorts of good stuff. Of course, no gloves. We kick it up a notch, baby. We got the tacos, the burgers, the dogs, the beefs. Where's the beef? Right here. That one illegal. Too high. Kurt hits that one into right center. Brewer over. Stops. Makes the catch. What else? Drinks. Merchandise. Merchandise order is finalized. Officially official. So all that's happening. Al takes a strike. The beer mugs are ordered. I know that's a very important part as Rice hits that one over to Arion. Can squeeze it. Al's going to find himself on. Tony telling Al that one's an error. Pitchy takes a ball deep. 2-1, takes time. Hits that one over to short. Arion with it. Throws easy to first for out number 3. So a 2-out runner erased on the ground out. Nothing doing for Hexx. We head to the bottom of the third. BTA down 1. Best part about those mugs is you get your 20-ounce mug to start the weekend, and you just get cheap beer refills, delicious, always cold, always on point, just like our friend Stone Cold.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no. 5 beers. Oh no. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
So it's going to be Dre, Marin, and then Blackwell. Dre lifts that one over to Kurt, a few steps to his right. Anytime you can work Stone Cold into a work function, that's a good day. So here's Ron, the right fielder, number 10 hitter for BTA. Lifts that one over to Kurt and left again. Hands down, catches that one right in the basket. So a quick 2 back to the top. Blackwell up. Switching bats with Brewer. That one flipped over to the left side. Good hustle from Pito over there. Coach over to the right, telling Blackwell, make some adjustments there. He's trying to shorten you up. Hits that one down the line, floating foul. Good look, just a bit too far over. Jimmy with the pitch. Blackwell flips that one just in front of Frank for the 2-out single. Good adjustment there, simplified and just flicked one into center. Good speed on the bases and a good hitter in Anthony Brewer. Flips that one in front of Rice into right, catches it off the chest. So a 2-out single erase on the flyout. Nothing doing for either team. Quiet third. It's still 2-1. Hexx coming up. So we got Greco, Rob, and Robbie coming up here for Hexx. Almost identical third innings for both teams. Quick 2 outs. Third batter reaches. Fourth batter ends the inning. So let's see what we can do here in the fourth. 2-1. Hexx with the lead, scored both early in the first. Greco lifts that one over to Brewer, tailing away. Brewer slides, it hits off the hip. Kind of dropped off against the body and kicked away. Wasn't able to control it. Leadoff hitter on second base, and here's Rob. Yeah, that one's tough in that outfield grass. Thick. VAR didn't like that one. There's a strike. High pop fly to Brewer in center. Mike tagging to third. Throw goes into second. So runner advances on the fly out. Of course, you've seen us pop up the graphic looking for sponsors for the No Glove Nationals tournament. We want to thank our early sponsors so far, Pete DeJoya and Danny Flanagan. We're going to be helping us feed all of you. A Plus Cleaning, FH Passion, and Roberts West Side. If you're interested in having a banner displayed at No Gloves in 2 weeks, feel free to reach out and we'll make sure that happens. That one missed as well. BTA not happy. Sano hits that one back to VAR, knocks it down, throws to first. A good job keeping it in front on that one. We saw Mike kind of dance off third, but VAR wasn't too concerned with Gersano running down the line, had his eyes on third the whole way as he corralled the ball. Good throw over to first, so 2 down here, runner still on third. Eric with a chance to drive him home. Rolls that one over to Arion, throws off balance, gets him at first. So the leadoff double erased on 3 consecutive outs. Nothing doing there in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom. BTA coming up. Ten. So we got Jamison, Rob, and Shavante coming up here for BTA. Randy Nelson checking in over on Facebook. My guy. Want to thank you all for joining us. Wonderful evening here from the Park District of Forest Park. It would appear both teams are unhappy with the strike zone. There's a strike from Jimmy. Rolled over to second. Eric with the throw to first. Nice play there, and not sure if you caught it, if the GoPro/field mic is loud enough, but you could hear Jimmy as he was throwing the pitch, called out Eric's name. Good job there for the first out. A couple weeks ago, Jimmy was up here before a game, and about 5 batters in a row he called, and he was correct on all 5. Me, not so much. Mike Lewis checking in over on Facebook. How we doing? Glad to have you with us. This Rob hits that one over to the left side, foul just past Wes. I did get something from Butter. Let's see if I open it. If it slows down the internet, my apologies. But there's the Chicago 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame, Washington Park, and Sloan Valve partnering together, presenting a free 16-inch softball clinic open to all boys and girls from 8th grade through 12th grade at the Washington Park, Diamond number 8, July 20th, 10 a.m. Looks like the Hall of Fame and Wes Shannon teaming up for something awesome. So if you're interested in info for that, feel free to reach out to me. I'll send along the information. Thank you for sending that along, Butter. Junior hits that one up to Jack. Jack fires quickly over to first. They get him for out number 2. Cap coming up. Tony Ward says all good parties start after 2. Looks like I might see Donnie walking up. So we may get a little Donnie action up here. Here's that one from Cap, flipped in. Second to come back on air after this half inning. It's because we might have some exciting things on the precipice, but nothing doing there after 4. Still tied up, or still down 1. BTA, Hexx with the lead, coming to the top of the 5th. What's up, buddy?
Hi. How are you? Good. Okay.
Well, what a treat. Let me get the scoreboard reset up here for the top of the 5th, but, well, 1 second. Brewer, or for, yeah, you got it. So we're going to get a fix here. Washington's going to go to short. Arion's going to go to second. Elzey's going to be out. And then the best substitution of the evening so far is Mr. Donnie Rollins up here with me in the top of the 5th inning wearing a bright pink signature jersey. That's right. A lot has changed since the last time we've had Donnie on the stick up here. But quickly, it's going to be Kimmer, Frank, and Jack here for Hexx. Hi, Donnie. How you doing?
It's wonderful up here.
Yeah,
you know, things look wonderful up here. We got Nick Kimmer, who just celebrated his 48th birthday, who grounds it over to third base, and that's out number 1. You might recognize Little Rob, played for Line Drive last year.
That's right.
He's a heck of a player.
Yeah, he's. I remember there were a couple line drive games we called that were a little rough to watch, but he was definitely, he stood out every time, making some great plays over there. Yeah, so
actually,
good to see him
really
over
nice
there.
Pickup for them.
Yeah, right time, right?
This is the biggest time of the year for you.
Yeah, it's we were just talking about it. July, huge. We've got a lot going on here since we didn't have a ton of rainouts, so we're able to get these playoffs in before no gloves, which is great. It rarely happens. We're usually playing well into August, but we don't have that option because we're going to be redoing the fields, which is exciting. So next summer we're going to have some brand new fields to be playing on, and yeah, the 57th will be on some new turf, some new infields. So.
And then we'll still be up here.
There's a strike. We'll still be up here, yeah.
I mean, Adam, how are things on your end? I mean, we're great on my end, just playing a lot of ball, and we've got.
That one just missed, Donnie. People are not happy with the strike zone in this one. I'm sure you can.
It's tough because sometimes as a pitcher, it seems to change. But I'll tell you what, Mike does a nice job of keeping it pretty consistent. I'll tell you.
Deep fly ball into left center. Blackwell with it for out number 2. So yeah, since last time you were up here, we've got a microphone on a stick. We've got a larger screen. We've got HD video, a scoreboard, a stream deck, all sorts of wires that I don't even know where they're going or coming from, but I don't want to touch them because I'm afraid to get electrocuted. So welcome back.
Don't hurt yourself out here, Adam. We got the great Jack Doss hitting. Sorry, let me get out of your way.
Oh, you're good. You're
Jack
good.
Doss, and then after Jack Doss is none other than Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah, hopefully Jack gets a hit here, so you can call a Jimmy at bat and then maybe taunt him on the show. Was talking about the show earlier. Watched last night. It was a great great show. Even probably better towards the end after your phone died.
Correct. Yeah, I see that. My phone was on 1% for about 4 minutes straight.
Doss hits that into left, right at the feet of Blackwell. Lets it fall. Probably had a chance at it, but let that one fall regardless. Kind of slowed down a little bit. Might have misread that one. We saw a couple plays earlier where that eye level on those line drives was a little bit difficult. Sun kind of down and behind the clouds. The lights are up, so not sure what it was, but definitely played that one a little awkward for where it was. So here is the moment. Uncle Jimmy out.
I just noticed something, Adam. Jimmy looked over at Battistoni and kind of nodded his head to maybe signal a hit and run on one of these early pitches. We'll see if Jimmy swings at the first or second one if it's close, and we'll see if Jack Doss is off when that pitch is in the air. So I never noticed that interaction before. So you can hear him saying no out loud, letting Jack know, like, we're not going on this pitch. I'll let you know.
Donnie great at social cues.
I love social cues. Gone. Look at that.
I saw them at the rave. Off Rob Jr.'s hands in fair territory. Throw goes to first. Had the chance at second. That one goes out of play. So as we were extolling the virtues of Rob Jr. there,
great choice of words.
Very understandable kind of brain fart there on the play. Ball hit to him at third. Hits off his hands. Doss was frozen at first because of the line drive. Ball kicked off. Doss was heading towards second. Rob was more worried about Jimmy, the batter, kind of forgot about Jack, which who can forget about Jack? Come on. So what happens now is, he makes that throw over, ball goes out of play, second and third with 2 outs. So 2 quick outs, but then 2 runners in scoring position here for Kurt.
Curtis Ostrom. Some people know him as Curtis Jackson because that's what he names himself on social media. The pitcher here arguing that the strike zone continues to kind of change, the deepness of that strike changes. But we'll see now on this next one. Kurt swings anyway. That's the tough hole. Nice play over to first. Wonderful play from Arion over at second base as he gets the crowd fired up a little bit. That's a huge out for BTA.
Yeah, big moment there for Hexx. Even bigger moment for BTA. Chasing one, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Coming right up. Bottom 5 here for BTA. It's going to be Var, Arion, and then I believe Washington will be in for LZ.
This is a really big inning for BTA. If they can get one of their first 2 guys in scoring position, that's your tying run. And now the bottom of the 5th, especially after a big 0 from BTA defensively, this is a massive inning right here, especially towards the bottom of this lineup.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of quiet innings offensively for Hexx. BTA doing a good job kind of neutralizing them. Both teams really playing quality defense, but the star of the show right now is the strike zone.
That's the star of the zone. So this is an interesting battle, right? So this is the pitcher for BTA. Now he is taking mental notes of what's been a strike and what's been called illegal so far. As you can see, the first 2 out of 3 pitches have hit the plate. Those are easy. But that middle pitch was called illegal on something that was flat. Now we've got all 4 pitches that were balls, and that ball he just argued in the previous half of the top inning.
And that's when, you're going to have them go back and forth, of course. That's one of those, no matter which, softball, baseball, whatever. As a pitcher, once you go up to bat, the umpire calls one that you haven't been getting, you just look at him, you're like, come on, man, come on. Obviously unhappy with it now because they've been going back and forth each inning. It started with one that Hexx thought clipped the plate. BTA said, oh, no way, it clipped the plate. Next inning, same thing for the other team. And it's just been going back and forth. Brandon on Facebook says, I want to personally thank Arion for saving my little brother Rob with that play. He picked up his teammate for sure.
This is an interesting AB. This ball's got to go to right side. I mean, with Nadzella and Mike over there first, Jimmy covering more towards that second baseline, this ball's got to be hit on that right field line if he can do that. Because Cap over at first is super fast, he'll score on anything. Oh, that's not good. Oh, Jimbo, no!
Jimmy usually with some pretty sure hands over there. You got to wonder if A little bit boiling over there, kind of rushed that play. You know, heart rate's a little elevated in that moment. You're a little
It's this
pissed
whoop.
off, yeah.
Get the whoop on him. Let's see what the heart rate is at that moment.
So-
That is a huge error now with both Cap and Ariana, first and second, two of the faster guys on this lineup. And now we've got Tommy who can hit that right field line. Al Rice is really shallow for what Tommy can do in that gap.
Yeah, only batting 8th, likely because he showed up late. Usually pretty consistent here in this BTA offense. Nobody out right now. 2 on, chasing 1 with a chance to tie it up and take the lead here in this 5th, making some noise early. There's a strike.
You can argue that that could landed in the same spot. But Jimmy was a little flatter on that arc, so the umpires will give him a little bit more deepness on that pitch. Bad pitch.
So you guys playing on field 2? Who do you play the winner of this guy over here? Flashback and Pharaoh's playing right now?
We play Circus. Oh, here we go.
Or you got Circus over?
Man, that's so close, so close. Jimmy's doing a nice job of starting from this side of the mound and pitching him inside because he doesn't want him to hit the ball that way.
Yeah, you can see kind of all grouped up on the right side. That one right at Frank's feet. Throw goes in. Bases are going to be loaded with nobody out. Huge spot here. Sorry, so you said Circus you guys play over in field 2 after this one.
And then
Okay.
we play the winner of Flashback and Pharaoh. So
Okay, so that's what it is.
two
You got
teams
it.
that we're very comfortable with. I mean, we've seen Flash 25 times. They've beat us 23 times, 22 times. So, this is a moment right now.
Yeah, pinch hitter. We're going to have Wes Shannon hitting for Dre. Big moment with the bases loaded. The sweet swinging lefty.
He didn't start the game yet?
He did not. He was scheduled to be the 3rd hitter and start the game, but they put J-Mo in there. I think Wes was late.
Okay.
But hey, what a nice little thing to have in your back pocket there. Show up a little bit late, and then bases loaded, nobody out, and your 9-hitter turns into Wes Shannon.
I mean, yeah, start showing up late all the time. You can put him in wherever you need him, right?
So obviously, while we're here, little discussion from the Hexx defense. Donnie at No Gloves, your guys' first matchup signature is going to be Friday, 6 p.m. Field 2. You play the winner of Shooters and Players Inc. So
Exciting.
that's exciting. It's 2 weeks away, man. It's crazy. I was looking at the calendar. I said everything's ordered, everything's ready to go.
I'm so pumped, brother. I mean, this is the most exciting week of the year for me, and then No Gloves number 2. I mean, this is unbelievable. We got a lot going on this week and these next couple of weeks. Let's see
So
what-
many tournaments this weekend.
Right. Forest Park being the most important, 100%. That's a flat pitch to West. That's such a tough pitch to throw West. I mean, flat right behind the plate. That should have been hit.
Yeah, and BTA said watch the fastball all evening.
Jimmy's way back off that mound.
Pump
Good
on.
job. Illegal. Yep, exactly. Jimmy argues it was 15 feet in the air. I will tell you, Jimmy is a veteran at slowing the game down. Because look at how far back he jumped off the mound. He faked twice. Wes just hit a vape in the batter's box.
2024, what a time.
No
Ropes
bad.
that one
That's
over
bad.
to Doss. Doss
No.
can't come up with it cleanly. Throws over, throws wide. 2 are going to come in. Washington over to 3rd. Wes over to 2nd. Easy ground ball over to Jack. Rushed himself just a bit. Wes comes in, drives in 2. We've got 2nd and 3rd, and BTA takes the lead.
In this inning, you had a grounder back to the pitcher with a runner on first that wasn't made into a double play. Bases loaded, ball at the short center, which should have been a double play because Wes wasn't running the bases, and they got none of those guys out.
And as soon as Wes saw the bobble, he sped up a little bit, just enough to put a little bit of pressure on Jack. Jack rushed that throw, went a little bit wide.
Exactly.
Jack's got a great arm. He can get rid of it quickly. I think he put just a little bit too much mustard on it. And now we're going to get JoJo hitting here for Ron. So again, like you get JoJo Reynolds coming in as your 10 hitter with runners on 2nd and 3rd, nobody out.
Quick question. This might be a fashion statement.
I just noticed. I like using my pockets for pockets. I don't know.
I've never seen anybody walk the pants inside out before.
If it's comfy, it's comfy. So there's a strike from Jimmy to JoJo.
Hopefully he didn't wear them yesterday, right side in.
It's a new pair. So the lefty
Yeah.
takes a big step
make this
over to 1st. Jimmy covering, almost didn't step on the bag as he was craning his neck around to check Washington. Washington in to score. Wes over to 3rd. They do get the first out, but another run in for BTA. So they were chasing one, now they're leading two. Only one down back to the top, and it's going to be Blackwell.
We'll see what Kurt does. We'll see what Jimmy wants to do with Kurt out there in left field, because I know Lil B can cut. Everybody in the park knows Lil B can cut. But Lil B's got a little bit of power, and right now with one out and a guy on third, you can hit this ball as far as you want.
I didn't know Lil B can cut, so thank you.
There you go.
Right at Kurt's feet, right down the line. That one fair, big turn around first. West comes in to score, and the opportunistic inning continues here for BTA.
Adam, I love doing this. I want you to know that.
Hanging out with me or just watching softball?
Well,
Okay.
if I could do this and just do it forever. So we just talked about that, right? I mean, you'd think Little B could just drive one deep towards the gap and try to get to second or third with Brewer, who hits the ball just as far as anybody else, right? So now Moretti asking V, how many runs did they get? What can we afford to do with Brewer here? Because he's a good, really good hitter.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like you said, he could have done a whole lot more there. We know he's capable with his speed, with his bat, but it's always about doing simple right. And we talked about it so much at the tournament last year, especially in the championship series, the 2 games, as Brewer hits that one high into center, tailing back towards Frank for out number 2. Blackwell, and that's the thing right there. Now he's on base. Now he's going to draw a throw every time, but it's not just going to be a regular throw. There's going to be a little more rush behind it because you know he's dangerous. So here's going to be Jamison.
What did he do in his first at-bat?
He reached in his first at bat and then some sort of out in the fourth.
Because a lot of what JMO does is based on what we've done in the past, right? If he knows something's working, he's going to stick to that. See Jimmy with a very flat inside pitch, but he's trying to get that cross because I think he's trying to pitch JMO to pull to Rob Scahill here at shortstop.
Yeah, Scahill, good hands over there at short. Yeah, it's like that, Donnie.
And that's the way it is. Well, now Jimmy should do that every time. See, Jimmy slows the pace down so well. That's outside, but you got to swing. See, here we go.
Rolls right over to Rob. Rob, easy throw over to first. Donnie says simple game. Good luck over on field 2, my friend. It was great seeing you. Can't wait to have you up here in the future and for the tournament.
I love doing this.
We're just planning on air right now. So, you know,
We're planning on air.
we're just planning on air.
Thank goodness.
Donnie's going to be here.
Pops Alejandro, what a comment. You're absolutely right. Hey,
We probably could do better than the Shrift Dog.
enjoy the rest of your night. I
Rawr!
hate that.
We head to the top of the 6th. Hexx chasing 3 coming up.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
I miss you. Well, that was pleasant. Top of the 6th here. Hexx coming up. It's 3-4-5. Al, Rich, and Mike. A big 4-run inning for BTA. Bottom 5. Al drives this one to Blackwell. Deep left down the line. Blackwell makes the catch over the shoulder for out number 1. Definitely a little bit of intent behind that swing. Dream team reunited. It was like riding a bicycle with training wheels. That one hits the plate to Richie, so a 1-out walk. Greg hits this one in to left again. Blackwell over. Under makes the 2nd out as well. That one hits the front of the plate. Roped back up to VAR, kicks it down, flips it to first. Nice play there from VAR. Good third out from BTA. Good inning defensively after putting up 4 on Hexx. They hold them scoreless there. We head to the bottom of the 6th. BTA coming up. Bottom 6 here. BTA is going to have Rob Jr., Cap, and then VAR. Over in the chat, we got Ron Kubicki checking in. Just back from a golf outing to watch softball from the greatest place on earth, right here at the Park District of Forest Park. Field 1. Ron, also, I believe you just got back from Alaska, so a golf trip and Alaska. Living the life as Rob hits that one foul to the right side. That one's going to be out of play. Good effort off screen from Greco. Yeah, good observation from Donnie as he came up here. We've seen Rob Jr. several times last year in line drive games. Always stood out playing up here with BTA just before tourney time. Got back on Saturday from Alaska. Looked like a fun trip. Hammers this one deep left. Kurt chasing it down the line. Over the shoulder, can't make the catch. That one was in foul play, though. Mike right here on the line making the call. Kurt ranging over, just a few steps left to where Blackwell was the last inning. So fresh life here for Junior. Tough catch to make. We do see Kurt make that play quite a bit. Quite often, I should say. Bob hits that one high into center. Frank ranging over, under, makes the catch. Cat pulls up the sleeve, looking to get something going here for BTA, extend the lead before Hexx gets their last opportunity at the plate. Hits that one over to Eric. Throws to first. Cat beats it out. Good wheels down the line. So now Barr here, runner on first, one out. 45's waiting over to our left. They'll face the winner of this one. Barr rolls that one over to Eric at second. Throws to first. So runner advances to second, but they do get the second out. So Arion here with a runner in scoring position. Good wheels on second, so you just got to find some open space or bounce it off a chest or some arms. Yeah, productive out for sure. That's Smokey over at short center now, subbed in for Jack Doss. Arion hits that one into left center. Kurt chasing it back. A chance at redemption, makes the catch for out number 3. Hexx chasing 3, heading to the top of the 7th. They need 3 to stay alive.
Oh, yeah!
So it's going to be Grisano, Eric, and Kimmer here for Hexx. Chasing 3, top of the 7th. Winner of this one faces the 45s. Grisano hits that one to the left side, foul. Double pump and the pitch to Robbie. Hits it to the right side, right at Ron. A couple steps in, makes the catch. So here's Eric, you can hear to our right side. Show some life. Monday night, we saw 2 different 3-run innings after 2 outs. Like Tony Ward likes to say, all good parties start after 2. That one illegal, landed good from VAR, but just a bit too high. Eric hits that one to Brewer in center. Out number 2. So Kimmer here, the last hope for Hexx. Top of the 7th, 2 down. VAR with the pitch. VAR with the pitch to bang boogie. Is that one lifted into left? Blackwell in, slides, makes the catch, cradles it up against the body. Nice catch there from Lil B for out number 3. And that's going to do it after 7. BTA 5, Hexx 2. So that's going to do it here for Game 1. BTA victorious. They're moving on to Game 2 against 45s. We're going to end this stream, get everything turned over, and be right back here with you live from the Park District of Forest Park in a little bit. So if you're joining us for Game 2, we'll see you in a couple of minutes. If you were just here for Game 1, thank you for joining us. We hope you have a great one, and we'll see you next week.